Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got a great show tonight, and I want to have a conversation with you guys about something that's near and dear to me, being a proud father of four and also the super uncle to my nephew. You know, it's something that a lot of parents go through, and it's very frustrating when you deal with your children, especially when when they enter adolescence, especially in adulthood, and that's when your kid knows everything. Every damn thing.
Right.
You done built this solid foundation, putting game in them, raising them, and now they out there thinking for their own, making decisions for their own, but they ain't fixing shit on their own. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? It's Thursday.
Hey, Thursday.
Thursday again.
Best day of the week, baby. That's right. Also, what's up to my other producer, Slick316. What's up, Reek?
She in the building.
Yeah, what's happening? Again, I'm Deonte Burden. I'm about to say, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar.
Yeah, you short dollar, but you change your life through it, too.
This is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Change Your Lives, I'm in that Short Dollar mode. Change Your Lives, we talk about pretty much personal development, family, parenting, motivational information. A lot of great information. We have over 400 videos on Change Your Lives YouTube channel. Stay updated with all the great information. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking on YouTube, hit that blue man. But we got a lot of great information. I haven't been engaged as I expected because I've been trying to get a couple things with Mr. Short Dollar off the ground.
Okay.
But and I made a promise to you guys that I would. But I am going to get it back on track. I've put it, I think, in the past week or so, at least put a video a week.
Yeah, I seen that.
Nowhere near what I want to be doing. But guys, if you haven't, check out my other YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, my finance channel. We're doing, pretty good over there. But as soon as I get everything up and running, I'm gonna get everything smoking over here. Cause like I said, it's so much stuff I be want to talk about. And I think what people miss on the backside is there's a lot of stuff you go into with making your channel. We're doing it with the back office, the editing and all that stuff, streamlining it. And I get caught into that most of the time. But tonight's show, I think we're really going to hit home with a lot of people. And again, that's when your kids know everything, And I just remember, growing up, my grandfather, rest in peace, my granddaddy W.C. He used to always just lay game on me all the time. And I always listen to my granddaddy. Right. I will say that. I always listen to my granddaddy, even though I didn't like what he said. And I think that really benefited me a lot. But, going through life in adulthood, I would lean on my grandfather, get advice and all that sort of kind of stuff, then sway for it. It wasn't really too much that we bumped heads about that I did do. I remember one time in particular, my grandfather was straight old school.
Right.
And
as most of them are.
Yeah. And I remember being 12 years old, and, I was 11 or 12. I want to get my ears pierced. And he was just like, man, you just want to look like a little punk.
Uh-huh.
They didn't call for gay or sissy. Old heads call them punks.
Uh-huh.
So he just want like a little punk. Well, the girls like it, so shit. I bees that.
Right.
I remember getting the money up. He said, well, if you get it, you're going to get it. I ain't paying for it. Your ass want it, you get it your damn self.
Uh-huh.
So, me being Poochie hustler, I went out there and cut some grass.
Uh-huh.
I don't forgot the name of the store on Bankhead. It was right there in the fork of Bankhead and Hollywood Road. You pay Third World Record Store. I don't forgot the name of it, but it was, because a car drove in the middle of about 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But there was a store right there at that fork of Bankhead and Hollywood Road where they met at. And that's what they were doing, the ear piercing.
Okay.
Back in that way, had Third World Record Store and all that stuff on Bankhead. So I got enough money, went up there, got my ear pierced. And I just, PFL, baby, player for life. I was all happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stopped by Kmart, bought me some alcohol to keep my little nub clean and stuff like that ready. And I remember, my grandmama seeing it, she like, okay. She like, like that, Your granddaddy gonna snap.
Right.
My mama seen it, like, okay. And I remember my granddaddy came home from work. And, you know, I didn't say, hey, look, granddaddy, now, because I didn't want to slap shit out of me. You know, I didn't know how his action going to be.
Right.
But then he noticed it. Hey, boy, what the hell you got in your ear? And I was like, yeah, I got my ear pierced. He said, you like an old sissy. But he had like a grin. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I think what it was with him was, he knew then if I really wanted something, I was going to make it happen. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I took from, because he ain't really get into that. He was like, okay.
Right. I told you if you get the money up, it's on you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I ain't come to him and stuff. But that was a classic example. Like one of them times you're like, okay, I'm listening to you, I'm rolling with you, but this is my life. Right. You know, in my little 12-year-old moment, we're doing it. But that one a few times. Like most times when he says stuff to me, I really listen to it. And I think that's probably, like I said, you know, I think I'm one of the few people, you know, I kind of like getting advice and try to make some kind of decision and stuff like that. Not necessarily say it's always going to be the right decision, but I try to get some kind of counsel. But
I was the opposite.
You the opposite. You got to do it the rough way.
I don't know if it was the rough way, but I always felt like when my grandfather and grandmama told me something, it was because they were fun behind it. When they tell me not to do something, that meant they were fun. Like, don't do that, Lee Allen. That means don't do it means do it. You know, man. I was a habitual lying stuff as a child. I was a terror. You know how they say terrorists? I was him.
Really?
You should have been a poster of me. I think about something. I'm going to give you one example. My grandfather had some liquid containers on the windowsill of the garage. And in Chicago, the garages are in the back of the houses. Gotcha. They're not attached to the houses. You got to go through the alley.
Whole separate unit.
Whole separate. You got to go through the alley, go in the garage, and walk from the garage into the house from, you know, a pathway. So it's separate. So he had these jars in his garage, and I was like, what's them jars? And, you know, he's like, yeah, don't play with them jars, you know. Don't mess with them jars, liquid. Just leave them alone. So to me, that meant
mess with it.
Go see what's in them jars liquid. So I went out there. Long story short, burned the whole garage down.
You bullshit.
No.
What the hell was it?
The garage and the tree next to the garage.
What was it?
I have no idea, but I need to see if it light on fire.
God damn.
So, yeah, that happened.
Damn, Leo. Shit. Nah, I ain't.
I think I was about 11.
For real.
10,
11. God damn. God, dog. You know, but with that said, I think every parent go through that. And I think everybody, you know, think that their kids are like little trained puppies or you know, because when they little, because we talked about this before. Well, one of the toughest things parents have to realize is when their child grow up, the younger they are, the more control you got. And as they get older, we get less control. We also got, with the less control, we also got less control of the impact the world can have on them. Because even when your child is hard-headed as a juvenile, you know, they'll call you, unless they do something, you know, heinous, they'll call you, come pick your child up. Right. Then they grow up, shit, system, they can lock them up, ain't shit you can do about it.
That's right.
And those kind of things the parents struggle with all the time. You know, you start getting, well, you know, elementary, you can call the teacher and talk to them. They get to high school, teachers ain't as lenient as more than hell. They get to college, them professors don't give a damn. Hell. And they out in the real world, you know, your baby love their job and they're trying to get it together. And the supervisor mean to them, cuss them out. They come back and tell you, ain't shit, nothing you can do. Right. And so those are the kind of things as a parent we have to go through because, again, we just lose that control of the situation. Right. Now, you got some parents, they got them damn 30-year-old babies still in there.
Every time something happens, they got to make sure they're protected, huh?
Yeah. Right. And I say this all the time with my kids. I love all my children. But I always say my fear of a grown-ass man living with me is greater than my fear of them going out there taking on the world.
Right. That's a hell of a fear.
Shit. Joker walk around scratching his ass in the morning. Where the food at, Daddy?
Right.
Fellas, how many guys you done dated a lady? I'm newly single. You just walking, you see this big old 21, 22-year-old walking in his drawers. The baby boy.
Right.
Walk in and all that stuff scratching his tail. And he stay in the house all day long.
No job.
Make you cringe. Come on now. You don't want no baby boy.
Right, not at all.
And the baby boy today ain't even got a damn bike. At least Tyrese had a bike.
Right.
Man, and like I said, I couldn't, my kids, and people look at me crazy when I say this, like, nah, you gotta get the hell on. I left 2 weeks after graduation.
Right.
2 weeks after graduation from high school, and I got the hell on and I ain't been back. And, like, pretty much all my kids is follow the same blueprint. Not that I put them out. I ain't put my kids out. And that's one thing I think a lot of times people hear me when I say that. I raised them to leave me. They kind of want to get the hell away from Poochie.
Right.
It's always fun. I hear my buddies, they be talking to my kids, even like Chris in 12th grade now. We ready to get off around your dad? They be like, yeah. They ready to get the hell on.
Right.
Do that. I'm tired of that little short ball head man getting my damn nerves.
Right.
Clean this, sweep that, clean this, clean that. I don't want to do. Hey, you gotta go get this. But that's the way I raised them to do it. I'm not saying my way the right way, but
it's a way.
It's a way.
Right.
And far too often, we have a path you do to raise your kids. They always come to us trying to get some kind of gain, get some try to, tutelage or whatever. And when they start getting to that point of, all right, Daddy, I got this, Mama, I got this, and stuff like that, they feel they grown. They done got a couple hairs up on their arm.
Right.
They done woke up one morning, got some hairs in their drawers. Okay. Don't let them get some. Oh,
that's
Lord.
a whole different story.
I'm screwing. I'm grown. I made that girl holler.
Right.
I'm grown.
That's a whole different beast right there.
Lord. You can't tell your child nothing.
At all.
Your son be 14, 15, 16 years old. He done got some tail. He's grown.
And he bucket.
He got three hairs on his balls. He done made some little young girl holler. Oh. He'll come in there and grab your damn remote and change the channel while you looking at you.
Why you watching?
Hold on, mother.
Why you watching?
Might want to look at this, Daddy.
Right.
Hey, cut that TV down, Dad. I'm on the phone. Whoa.
You got to go outside and look at the address.
Whoa. Son, why you on the...
Make sure I'm at the right house.
He say, son, why you on the phone calling 911 coming by to kill your damn man? What's happening? Hey, want to say what's up to everybody tuning in. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. What's up to everybody? Glad y'all tuning in tonight. We're talking about when your kids know everything. Because I think, honestly, every parent wants the same thing. We bring our baby home from the hospital. We playing with them and everything. You taking pictures and all that stuff. And we want to give them the world.
Right.
We want to give them everything. We try to make sure. You see folks. I see it all the time now. Seen somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, and I know the kids slow, but they was just sitting there putting, I'm saying, the folk be talking about me. The folk be talking about me. And sitting there like, look, he knows his numbers and all that kind of stuff. 9. This shit. What y'all gotta say? F it up.
Right.
1. What number is that? 8. Man, your dumb ass child off.
Wow.
And people,
but I know what you're talking about.
People want to show that, and you're proud because they growing up, they seeing things, you seeing this stuff. You put them in, see the folks put their little daughters in cheer, put their son in football, knowing damn well the son out there sitting there playing with, digging in their nose and stuff. You see the one little killer out there knocking everybody down. Your son like, oh no.
Right.
You think your son's scared. Your really son just got a lot of sense. I want that joker knocking me out.
Right.
But it's cool, that whole pathway of growing. I told you when by the time Chris, that's my third son, he by the time he was going to school, that's when I think, when I say a lot of parents probably my age. Tori and PJ kind of a little younger, but Chris, I would see, folks our age, and I would see people in that pre-K class, and by me already had 2 other kids older.
Right.
And people come in on stupid ass questions. Well, if my child more advanced, it's pre-K. If my child's more advanced, what are you guys gonna put them in a different class? And I'm like, what the hell? They can say their name or phone number. You
all think our child is more advanced.
Hey, your child advanced. You dumb and your baby daddy dumb. Clearly ain't gonna be smart genes coming out of this. You know what I'm saying? Clearly.
We all think our children are exceptional until they're not.
You think they look good and all that stuff. You look like you like your ugly ass mama or daddy. One of y'all.
All babies look beautiful.
Or a hell of or a hell of a combination in both. He got your big eyes and his big nose, daddy big nose.
Say ugly plus ugly equals.
Ugly ugly S.
But we can't take those filters off our eyes when we look at our children. It just don't happen. We look at them, we like, man, this right here, he or she is gonna be a killer. You know what I'm saying? She gonna take this world by storm. He gonna take this world by storm.
We proud of them. We
proud
love
of them. Right.
And we give everything we can to them.
Right.
And we start sitting there, send them in a direction, getting a pathway for them to do well. We like, okay, we looking down the road. I want to build this legacy. I do this. I'm doing this for my kids. I want to make this pathway for my kids, and I'm saving up and everything, just trying to make sure they have a good life and a good future. That's all, as any parent.
Right.
And everything. And then, but as they start growing, the world start dealing with them. Mm-hmm. Society, peer pressure, opposite sex, different things. Yeah, TV, internet, excuse me. They turn around and look at P-Valley.
Oh.
Find out who Lil Murder is.
Right. get the shock of their life, right?
Yeah, man. The thug gay gangster.
Right, but you have to explain those things to them. That's what you are for a parent. You got to guide them. I mean, you can't.
You can't explain Lil Murder.
Initially, you can't make them who they're going to be. They're going to be who they're going to be. Yeah. But you can guide them, in certain ways if you feel necessary, or explain this to them or explain that to them. Me and Slick were talking the other day, like, people really take TV as real life, and it's TV. It's not real life. It's TV. So you have to, even social media, it's not real. Everybody on there is false flagging. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks is false flagging. 95% of people are false flagging on social media. So you have to let your children, because children nowadays, they can pick up a phone and at 2 and start going to YouTube and finding whatever they want. So you have to guide them the proper way, even if they do run across a P-Valley and all that, or Lil Murder. You gotta explain to them, this is that or this or that, but they gonna be their own person anyway.
I ain't out of here. You explain Lil Murder. Uncle Clifford. I take the big dog to this Uncle Clifford.
Right.
What the hell? Who wrote that shit?
Whoever wrote it making millions.
I mean, you said now. I mean, they had to really have a real coffee moment sitting down writing about Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford.
Hey, they're making millions. We talking about it, right? That's all they. Hey, it's called entertainment, and guess what we doing? We talking about it, which makes them more relevant.
Shit,
See,
I'd be horrified. I can't deal. I can't deal. One episode, that's all I can take.
That's all you can take.
Yeah, that shit worse than ours. That's all ours had me messed up. Shit. They had me all messed up and everything.
Now, I watch it. Because it's entertainment, and I'm watching entertainment. I don't think that's how I'm gonna be. I don't have any preconceived notions of if he want to be a gay gangster. That's on him. I'm not.
I don't have a problem with the show. It just ain't my cup of tea.
Right.
I
watch it. Man, I watch it just to. It's entertainment to me. I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I like the little show.
Gotcha.
Especially when the girls get on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that too.
You're right.
But it's all gonna be something.
It's all gonna be something.
Lord have mercy.
It's never gonna be straight pole.
Oh hell no. Or the wrong pole. Shit. The wrong.
So we got to decipher between all of it.
Yeah. But you know, with that said, and again, this is Change That I host by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show we're talking about when your kids know everything. It's that, you know, we start looking on that as they growing. We start kind of looking, okay, I want to set them on a certain pathway. So then we start like, okay, you in the music, let me get you in the, you know, like a little chorus or this, that, and there. You like the piano, I'm going to get some instructions. You like athletics, I'm going to get you a little trainer or whatever. And we start doing that. And we put the money behind it. We put our time behind it, sacrificing and everything. And they start going in a certain direction. Most of the time, why? Because we got control. The thing of it is, I think, when they start going that way, and then you start getting results from it. Hey, they got an opportunity to go perform here. They got a chance to go on this little travel baseball team, a travel football team. They doing the AAU circuit and all that kind of stuff. And then they grow it. Then all of a sudden, when they start getting to that point where 16, 17, 18, Dad ain't really feeling this. Because now the point come over here, they got options.
Right.
Had a conversation with a friend of mine this weekend, and he said, Pooh, because he had went through the whole pathway. His daughter went through, did the whole AAU stuff. Very good player, very good high school career. They got on with a college. She got to college. She didn't like it. And, you know, she back home. I don't necessarily agree with some things with that, and I never tell no parent to do it. Because the only thing I do push with my children, like, look, bro, you know, and I say it all the time. You know, when we start talking what the hell we don't want to damn do, shit, who the hell do what they want to do?
Right.
But with that said, when you can't put a gun in their head and tell them do this and do that,
do it, right.
and you sitting there arguing with them, you'll lose your way with your life. But it does something to you as a parent, because you sitting there trying to get them on a certain pathway. You done got them mentors, you done got them influenced, you done got trainers and all that kind of stuff. And it's like everything you done did, then damn burned up in smoke. Man, I did all this, I did all that. And don't F around and get told like I was told, that was your decision. Mother. How many parents, hey, hit the like button or shit if a child done told you that's what you wanted to do?
Right.
Who all been told that one? Who all been told that one?
Right.
Hit the like button, hit the heart. That's what you wanted.
I was only doing that to make you happy.
Yeah. I ain't want that. You wanted that.
Oh, Lord. Ooh.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, you know, now hey, keep that energy. But when you hear that, it pisses you off, but it cuts you. Because when we try to go down that pathway, especially as parents, we make some sacrifices.
Right.
You know, of our money, our time, which we can't get back, and really a lot of our energy. Because we want our kids to be successful, we want our kids to do certain things, especially if it's things that we couldn't have. We want our kids to grow up and, you know, experience stuff. But it's a funny line as a parent when we start doing this kind of shit where, like, somewhat they all right. That's what you wanted, but you want the best for them. It's not, you know, sometimes you do have parents that say, well, you just trying to live through your life, your child and all that kind of, yeah, you do have something vicariously. But what parent don't get hyped up when they see their child have success?
They're doing well.
Yeah, what parent don't get? That make you feel good.
Right.
Hey, man, my baby studied and they passed that test. Hey, man, my baby was able to stand up in front. That make any parent feel good.
Right.
So we all, if you participate, who's the damn log or stiff damn person that doesn't see their damn child? Only time you don't see that is when you ain't dealing with them.
Right, or you haven't been with them 24/7, pushing them to do better, and they start doing better.
Exactly.
And you start getting excited about it. Of course, all parents gonna be that way.
Exactly.
Especially when they in their life, you know, totally. Man, this is awesome. From pre-K on.
Exactly. Cause sometimes I hear people say, man, you know, people try to do this to their kid and all that kind of stuff, and especially being a black father. Well, we got an involved black father. Well, we got a small fraternity. So, you know, the narrative a lot of times, hey, kids need their dads. Kids need to have their fathers around. Black fathers, where you at? We need you guys around your kids. We need them all day. And then when you around and you active, and you start, hey, well, this the path we doing it, and we don't get no damn blueprint.
Nope.
Because what I tell you all the time, When our kids do well, we get too much credit. When they do wrong, we get too much blame.
Right.
They got a mind of their own. But you done sat there and made these sacrifices and they go on a certain path. You want them to do that because, you know, at the end of the day, your kid can have potential.
Mm-hmm.
When you start pushing it, you know, that's what's going on. So you get excited.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what the hell do you want? Do you want this? You say you want a father to be involved, but then when they get hands-on and active with it, now, well, they trying to live through their kid. You trying to push them. You trying to do all that. Man, I remember my ex-father-in-law said something to me. I thought about the stupidest shit in the world, and I told him then. And he said, PJ Antorian, don't push him. What the hell that mean?
Right.
I don't push my kid to be the other kid. Right. I push my kids, period.
All of them.
And you know what I'm saying? But it was coming from a man that ain't never been a damn 5-minute daddy.
Right.
But, you know, it just, you know, but when you hear that kind of stuff, it cuts you.
Uh-huh.
Because as any parent, mom or dad, you start sitting there, you feel good that you can actually do stuff. If you did buy them that bat, if you did buy them that cleats, if you did give them that trainer, man, I got my son this thing, because you feel good you did that for your child. But we don't know what the hell kind of pathway. That's the funky part about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've went through that. I'm pretty sure a lot of parents went through that where you made a lot of decisions and a lot of sacrifices for, and the other person, child or whatever, decide that ain't what I wanted to do.
You sacrifice, especially if your child comes to you and say, Daddy or Mama, I really want to do this. Then you start, you know, you sure? Yeah, this what I want to do. I like this. I want to play this violin. I really like the violin. Then you start planning how you gonna get violins and what classes they gonna be in. Well, when you go to school next year, you need to go to orchestra. You need to do this. You start pushing because for one, they the one came to you and said. Especially when they come to you and say, I want to do this.
And you sacrificing your trip, your hanging out, your clothes, because you want them to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And then this MF come back later, I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that no more.
And real talk, the only people that will have a rebuttal to say, okay, that's what they didn't want to do, they want to do it, is people who didn't do what you done did.
Right.
The people that did make sacrifice. Because any parent that has made any kind of sacrifices, be it your time, your money, whatever, for your child, you understand that. People who ain't did shit for their kids, they ain't gonna feel that.
Especially when you got more than one.
Hell no, they ain't.
And they all come to you with something different.
Hey, ain't gonna feel nothing.
Right.
Well, you know, they ain't want to do it. The hell you talking, you know?
Right.
But it's easy sometimes to say that because shit, you ain't ever did nothing for them.
When they ain't got no skin in the game.
Exactly.
It's easy to quit the game when you ain't played it.
Man, exactly. Exactly. And that's a very hard spot to do because I can tell you this. When going through that even with my children and they started doing that, I think a lot of people had opinions on stuff because they hadn't did shit with it. Mm-hmm. It's easy for, hey, what they don't want to do, they want to do that, but you ain't gave up nothing.
Right.
I mean, hell, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. When you do things for your kid, you doing it for a purpose. Mm-hmm. Cause like you just said, son, or daughter, you really want to do this?
Right.
If you really want to do it, I'm gonna support you. That's the reason why most of the time. And what happens is we get engulfed or get excited with the success they have. Mm-hmm. We start putting more money, more time. And then this joker change their damn mind. Mm-hmm. It ain't right.
It's too hard, Dad. I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah, or whatever. It just be out of damn blue. That ain't what I want to do.
Right.
Oh, hold up, I ain't give up my sadness and do all that for that.
You know how much this violin costs?
Yeah. And you hear that, and when you try to have them conversation with certain people, like, hey man, you all frustrated, you feeling all down, and they say that same shit like I just said in regards to, well, that's what they want to do, you know, that ain't, you know, that's their life and all that kind of stuff. You had to stop for a second, like, and that's why I always had to, from my maturity, I had to understand, be careful y'all conversations with,
right? Because
the person ain't never did that, they ain't gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
If you've been active in your child's life and you've made sacrifices, I ain't talking about no damn Christmas and birthday. I'm talking about real talk.
Right.
People take how the hell they want to take it. Mm-hmm. But if you have made sacrifice for your child or anybody, and they turn around and renege on what y'all were working toward, it gonna make you feel some type of way.
True.
It gonna make you feel some type of way. And that's you only gonna feel that if you've been through it, and a person will understand if they did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy, and that's why I always tell the parents, man, make sure you be careful who you share stuff with, because just because somebody older, they don't know stuff. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know,
and then the opposite of that is, if your child comes to you and say they want to do something and you don't do it, then you ain't support their dreams. Oh, Dad, he said he want to do it. You ain't work. You ain't try to sacrifice nothing to make sure they had what they need. So you like, it's really like, it's dang if you do it, dang if you don't.
Well, I'm in the thought process of now I'm always gonna support my children, but look, this is the path that I can support you with.
Right.
If you want to go down that path, you know, hey, that's on you, because the path that I can support you with, I can even support you if it don't work.
Right.
Because this is the path I'm gonna help guide you down. Because I can do this. I can afford to do this with my time, my money, my knowledge, my connections, or whatever. But if you don't want to do that, you want to go down a different path, I'll support you like, hey, son, good luck.
Right.
But all the other shit, hell no. Hell no. And I'm telling you, dog, I done been through that. I done been through that. And I see other parents like, hey, man, look, you got to know how far you want to get engaged with stuff. Because my thing of it is, when you want to go down that path, it's not that I don't support you, but my support, like we talk about, support is what? Great word.
Right.
It can be hands-on, this, that, and that. It can be shares and likes. It can be whatever. It can be monetary, whatever, or it can just be, hey, you got my blessing, proud of you, whatever. And once they go on a different path, hey, I go on that proud of you, do your thing.
Right.
But that's the shit you doing, because that ain't the path that I would have went that way. And that's a real funky thing, because I don't think a lot of times kids are prepared, or people, period, aren't prepared for if that don't work when they want to go their own way. Because what get confused a lot of times, and it's kids and even adults, is that if a person is engaged in helping you, but you do decide not to do what they're saying their way of doing it, you got to be grown enough, because one thing, say, I'm grown. I'm going to do it. Cool. Got it.
Do your thing.
I ain't going to hate or nothing.
Right.
But I'm not going to support it the way you want me to support it. This is the path. Respect that.
Right.
Respect that. Because like I said, the path that I want you to go, and it's not that you try to be controlling. You know, you ain't trying to be controlling, it's just what you can handle.
Right.
Bro, I know how to do it this way. Now you want to do it another way, I don't know that way.
Exactly.
I can't handle that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have the budget to do it the way you want to do it.
I don't know nobody who can help you that way.
Exactly.
I got plenty of help this way.
Exactly. Call your Uncle Larry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Call your Aunt Slick. You know, they can help you with doing it that way. But once you choose, and you know, you ain't entitled to it, but once you choose to not do it my way,
right.
I got it. Shit, you got to deal with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, as I became more mature as a parent, I learned that, look, shit, I don't give a damn. I don't, because you sometimes you're like, well, to your point, well, they ain't supporting my dream. Damn your dream. Right. If that's your dream, you don't worry about how I look at it with your dream.
Right.
Because when I try to support something and you didn't want the support that I gave you, that's fine. You didn't worry about my feelings like, okay, cool, we're doing this, that, and that. Right. And you're not entitled to it. I had to understand that, accept that. Right. That my kid ain't entitled to go to path. But I ain't entitled to support your shit the way you want to do it.
If this your dream,
exactly,
you got to sacrifice for it.
Hey, you want to be grown? Be all the way grown.
Right.
Not grown just to say I can do this, I got it, I'm grown.
Right.
I you know, you can't tell me what to do. Shit, be grown all the way.
Right. Take it all.
Hey, be grown all the way.
Right.
And don't get in your feelings like with hey man, they don't believe. No. I believed in the way I was telling you.
Right.
If you want to go a different path that you believe in, be all the way grown.
Right.
Every business that I've done, I've never had the you go boy and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna be real. I can say this. My ex-wife was really on when we first started the tax business, and I think that was just more so we needed the money and all that. I ain't tripping, but I'm saying when I started going next level, growing, offices, employees, when shit starts leases, when you know you got some liabilities out there, when shit start getting scary, everybody's support kind of dwindled because now you got different fear. different
everybody want to be a part of that.
Everybody want to be part of that because it's cool when you make a little side money coming in, but now you start taking risks associated with it. Everybody don't see that. That was challenging for me because I feel like if you support me, why you ain't with this? I had to learn if Poochie wanted it, that's on Poochie.
Right.
And I use the same approach with my children. Bro, I got you, but it's the way. But now, Dad, I don't want to do it that way. But shit, bro.
Yeah. Is it worse like when they choose a whole different way, like a whole different whatever, or is it worse when they on the same path as you think, but they think they know a better way around it? Like y'all going to the same place, but they think their way is either shorter or less bumpy.
I think two things determine how much it's gonna bother you. The amount of time you sacrificed into it for that messing with you on an emotional standpoint, and the other thing of it is the actual amount that they think that you should be engaged with the difference. Because if you done sat there and gave up a lot, i.e. time or money, it can mess with you emotionally. Like why they didn't do it, or they trying to go on a different pathway that they really can't afford to do.
Right.
Like, bro, I can fix, like I said, if I steer you on a path and it don't work, I can afford to fix my mistake.
Right.
I ain't fixing your damn mistake.
Right.
Real talk.
Y'all going to the same place. He just think his way is better.
Well, we're going in the same direction. Might not go in the same damn place.
No, I'm saying y'all, the end of both paths is, let's just say, becoming a lawyer. But he think that his way to the lawyer and your way to the lawyer, he think his way to the lawyer is shorter and less bumpy, and your way to the lawyer is too long. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's a good point. Because me and PJ, my second son, me and him were talking. And one thing with my children, as they get older, and again, I'm going to get a disclaimer. I'm not saying the way I do stuff is the best way. I always have a problem with people always saying that, well, this is what you need to do with your kid, this is what you need to do with your kids. And I'm going to be honest with you. Most time I hear people say that they ain't did shit with their kids.
They probably got no damn.
They say a lot of shit, dude. But I think if you damn list their kids up, you start seeing it, you'll see like, well, damn, man, you talking like you dad's. Super dad. Look at what the hell going on with your kids. Like, but you find out at the end of the day, I'm sorry, let me get back with, I got no problem with, well, little son, you don't want to do it, what do you think about doing? So with daddy, like to your point, I want to go to law school, but I think I can do this intern, da. You can respect that they've had some kind of thought. I won't like it that way, but dog, you know what? Go on and do your thing. I can't afford to do it the way you want to do it,
right.
But I can respect it that you gave some thought to it. But you turn around like, I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. I'm going to do this. I ain't feeling that shit.
Right.
I ain't feeling that shit at all.
We've talked about it, came up with a game plan, and you was down with the game plan too.
And we made some actions and sacrifices toward that.
Right.
And you go into the Wild Blue Yonder there like, I ain't feeling that. I can respect the thought. Well, look, Dad, I want to do this that way because me and Peter were having a conversation just with some things in his pathway that we were going on. He's like, well, I don't want to go that route. And I'm saying, well, listen, this is why I'm looking the way I want you to go that way. And he's like, nah, well, I want to do that, but I want to do it this way. I can respect that he done thought about it. Now, look, son, it's not I can't support. That's not in my time frame or my budget to do it the way you want to do it.
Right.
But if you can live with that, be man enough to live with that.
Right.
But I don't want to shit. Hey, man, it's kind of, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it. I ain't going to hate on you or ridicule you or this, that, and that. But you got to be, hey, you want to do that way. Like I say, you want to be grown, be all the way gone. What Slick said, kids with social media are so different from us kids who grew up without it. I agree. The point was, the statement was, kids with social media is so different from us kids who grew up without it. I think what social media does with all of us, even adults now, not just children, it makes us think life is so much easier.
Or their life is so much better than ours is so terrible.
Well, Lab, just think about this. I just did a live feed on Mr. Short Dollar while I'm talking about. I see so many people on social media. You want to get business credit. You want to get your business credit. Do this. Tax ID number, LLC, trade lines, this, that, and that. And then go to the bank and get this. Take your ass into Chase or Bank of America
with
your BS. They gonna laugh your ass out the door. Go do that.
Right.
Try it.
Right. See what happens.
See what happened.
Right.
See what happened. You go do that. It's simple. Do this, do that. Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. Oh, buy my course and I can tell you how to get these trade lines. And even if you get approved, you're going to get a loan with the terms and conditions so effed up.
Right.
High ass interest rate.
Right.
Screwy terms and all that kind of stuff. And you can't tell for that.
Favorable to the bank, not to you.
Hey man, if it is to be successful, when all us be successful.
Right. If everybody, if it would be to be a millionaire, we all be millionaires.
You know. What Rick say? Carlos even told me he was up here and I was down there. Hey, that's it. Hey.
That's it.
Hey. That's the old way of doing it.
Right.
That ain't how we do it now.
Right. We don't do it like that today, Dad.
Hey,
we don't do it like that today,
I'm flexible enough to understand that times are different and they are different, just like things, with the advent of social media, they do have other opportunities. But some of the basic stuff like hard work and just integrity and be able to sacrifice, some stuff still say the same.
Right.
I think what people don't get is kind of like when you hear folks, when people talk about their lives and they'll say what they are, a lot of times we get into this thing where we feel like we should be further along in our lives.
Right.
Just like, even as adults. Kids do it because I say this all the time. When you're younger, you feel like shit gonna take too long to do. Man, I ain't got all that time to wait. And then when you get north of 40, we feel like the time too short.
Right.
Man, like it's not.
I ain't got enough time for that.
Exactly, man. I'll be 50-something before you know it, or I'll be 60 in a couple years. I got to get this going now. But at the end of the day, both of them rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them still don't want to sit there and just take the time and just say, okay, let me let this shit just kind of play out. Let me do this and that, and it still be the same.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you hitting at, young or old, that impatience still there, and they feel like, okay, I seen Lab got this, that, and that. Why the hell I can't got it?
Right.
But what happens is a lot of time when Lab got stuff or Poochie got stuff, we don't want to be totally transparent of the BS that took us to get there,
through to get it.
Or the BS we still going through just to keep it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see, like, damn, boy, that's a nice ass car, but you don't see an $800, $900 car note.
And the insurance.
Exactly.
Right.
Guys, how many times you went over that young lady's house? She's Gucci, Louis.
Right.
Got her Birkin bag.
Right.
And you go by her house, like, hey, man, got some water. It's one in the refrigerator. And you open that refrigerator door up, with that woo and the Wild West, the tumbleweeds. What
Ain't
the
no but water in there.
Man, water. Maybe like some baking soda.
Right.
And they got a lifetime supply of ramen. What the heck? Pancake mix.
What?
Let's go.
The hood say they had a mattress on the floor.
Huh? Mattress on, man. Mattress on the floor.
Right.
Oh my God. Hell no. But they flew out.
Right.
What the hell going on? This empty ass refrigerator. I can't even imagine what the hell I'm eating.
No meals for you.
Shout out to the sisters with the refrigerator. Man, you see.
Six says a dead roach in the door.
And he the only one eating in that house.
Right.
That damn roach. He the only one. He got crumbs. He the only one eating. But you can't tell folks shit.
Right.
And you try to sit here and impart that kind of stuff with your children. They have gotten older, and you try to give them that game and holler at them. But they know every damn thing.
Everything.
And I want to say to share this with parents. You got to come to a point where you can be okay with them out there messing up. Mm-hmm. You can be okay with them making mistakes and being straight up with them, bro. Like, I can't help you.
Right, and it not being on you.
Yeah, it ain't on me.
It ain't on you. Once you know what I'm saying, you gotta be okay with it not being on you. It is what it is.
Yeah, cause what you said earlier, people looking at you, he ain't doing anything. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Man, let me tell you something, dog. One thing I learned coming out of divorce that I never thought about when I was married was that I gave up so much self-care for Poochie. And you know, the term be what? Well, that what a man's supposed to do. You know, that what a man's supposed to do. Damn that.
Yeah.
I seen the video of me. I think we talked about it on the show. It was what's the rapper out of it was happened a couple of months. The rapper out of Florida, Queso. I think his dad was some slime and stuff too, but he had a murder charge, and his father was deciding to testify against him and all that. But it was just some old street shit. But anyway, on Vlad TV, they interviewed Lil Boosie. Okay. And Lil Boosie said, you know, a parent don't never testify against their kid. You 40, 50 years old, your life over. You supposed to help the kid. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here like, now again, the specifics of the daddy dirty, son dirty. Let me tell you, I think that was some of the biggest bullshit I ever heard.
Right.
I raised my kids. Mm-hmm. Pre-K, kindergarten, middle school, high school, college. I done over daddy. And I can live with that.
You have to look at the source of the advice. Though.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's why I said, man, hey, Lil Boosie.
He's not really like a motivational, inspirational speaker. Like, come on. His name Lil Boosie.
But let me say this, too. It's just like, I totally believe that brother, I'm talking about Lil Boosie, love his children unconditionally. But I'm going to be real. A lot of these cats say that shit, they have a lot of parental remorse. You know, 'cause I know he been down the road a couple times. I know he done missed some years out of his kid's life. And a lot of times people try to overcompensate with doing it. And even a person like myself that been involved, when I felt some type of way when I did miss a game. Right. I felt some type of way when I did, you know, couldn't go to something.
And I'm thinking to myself, who said my life is over at 40 and 50? Some people just start living at 40 or 50.
That's what I'm saying. Especially I done spent the past 20-something years with your ass. Especially. What did Slick say?
Some of you gotta fall before they get up. So some kids gotta fall before they get up.
Well, that's the thing about it. And even when they fall, I can help the fall if I cause the fall. If I'm part of the fall. But you do that, like, shit, bro, look here, man.
If I tried to tell you the fall was coming, you went on ahead and leaped anyway.
That's it. Because my planning is in accordance of my life. Mm-hmm. You go on a different path, that's on you. I ain't with that, man. Yeah. I ain't with that.
I don't think, like you were saying a little while ago, I don't think people realize, the children don't, maybe the wife does, don't realize how the father, when they are in the lives of their children and with their wives, realize how much of themselves they give up to make sure that those children and that wife is happy. You know, especially the children, they want to make sure, because you may not have the best childhood, so we want to make sure our children have a better one.
Bro, let me tell you something. Back in them days, I remember when T was going to them football camps and all that stuff. So this is 20, 30-something-year-old pooch. I'm trying to get it. And I was working in corporate America. I'm going to these football camps, and I had holes in the bottom of my shoe. Mm. And I remember what stick with me when I be coming from my office downtown. Uh-huh. And, you know, it'd be raining, I walk and I feel the water on my feet. Your shoe. But I had to pay for that $800 camp. Right. And I had to pay for this, that, and the trainers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, those kind of things, because I was trying to get it. Uh-huh. And my money was going towards my kid. Right. And you making all these, like you just say, you making all these sacrifices. Right. Your whole damn livelihood or an interest is on the back burner. Mm-hmm. Me and you talked about that. Like, sometimes you've been married so long, you don't forget who the hell you are. Who you are. Right. What you like. What the hell you want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But you sacrifice for them children and that wife, especially for them children. You sacrifice for them children. You give up a lot of yourself and a lot of things. You might see a nice shirt you like, but then you say to yourself, nah, I can't get that because such need a new trumpet, or such needs some cleats. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know.
We worrying about that shit.
Right.
You know? And the crazy part about it, the parent that don't give a damn, nobody say nothing to them. They don't say shit to them. Right. And I think that'd be a lot of time, to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this too, I'm going to get a disclaimer. Because I don't think a lot of people, that's one of the elephants in the room. I don't think people say something to the deadbeat parent because they be embarrassed they got a baby by the deadbeat parent. That's really, I think, the reason why deadbeat parents
get off the hook.
That's why they get off the hook. Because the person be so embarrassed, they got to, you know, they only be really know they got a baby by them, they even screwed this sort of them. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the woman, if it's a male or female. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's why I think a lot of time you know, they you know, it kind of like, we ain't gonna say nothing to him because he ain't gonna do nothing or whatever. They don't say nothing to him because they know they be embarrassed that they, you know, got even that situation. But you sit there and just give 1% of interest in your children. It's like everybody got these expectations. If you say, man, I don't give a damn, I don't give a whatever, that's something y'all want to do. You got that attitude, no one ever bothers you.
Right.
No one ever bothers you. When a person, the mother or father, don't, and most of the time, you know, mother got the kid. But when that dude don't give a damn about him, that's what y'all want to hear, nobody bother him. Because at the end of the day, no matter what name you call him or you post or shout, they say that it don't affect, he don't give a damn.
He don't. It ain't his problem.
Don't give a damn. And nobody ever bothers him. But he's going to get so much acclaim. And I went through that shit. I went through that shit. We ain't did nothing, man. Nobody ain't bother.
Right.
But everybody sit there and do this, no.
Yeah.
No. And I say that people got to sit here and be realistic. When these kids, like I said, we talking tonight about when kids know everything. When they start going down that path, you got to be cool with, hey, man, look, this what's happening. Right. And don't be so scared to let them fail.
I read a book, I started reading a book, I'm about halfway through, called You Got to Be Comfortable with Not Being Liked. It's a great book. I love that book. It's like, why am I so, you know what I'm saying, why am I trying to make everybody happy when nobody is trying to make me happy? So I got to be comfortable with not being liked, you know what I'm saying, with being disliked. I'm okay with it. And it shows you, like, past with your children, like, you got to be okay with saying, no, that ain't how this going. And you got to be okay with them not liking you for that.
Exactly. One of the key things I think with myself, and I think will have me being successful just being in leadership, and I'm being very honest and you can be transparent. I think because I'm cool with being the bad guy. Two things I always tell folks: I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna be consistent. I do that with everything, with my children, my family, with my business, leadership. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna be fair, and you can't always make people happy. And be cool with that. You know, your child getting disappointed because y'all couldn't do this because you ain't have the money. Hey, I ain't got it. Right. And I don't want to let them down. I don't want this. Man, I don't give a shit about that. Bro, I can't do it. I can't do it. And people will look at you like, man, they feel bad, this, that, and that. But if you had the attitude, man, I don't give a shit about him going to school. Nobody ain't going to never bother you. But when they know you care, when people know you care, that's your child included. That's when everybody like, damn, daddy, you didn't do that, did it? F you. Man, tell your kids, fuck you, man. Tell your baby that. Tell your baby mama. All that stuff. Tell your crazy ass ex-father-in-law. I had shit, man, I ain't give a shit about none of that stuff. Right. I can say a lot of shit now I couldn't say a couple years ago, lad. Right. You know, crazy motherfucker. You know, yeah, exactly. You know, people, man, you'll have a damn stroke trying to make everybody happy. And nobody give a damn. Right. How many brothers sit there and have strokes? Oh, man, he worked himself to death. No, he ain't worked himself to death. Y'all worried his ass to death. Yeah. That's what the hell he did. Y'all worried him to damn death. That's what the hell was wrong with him. Right. And people don't want to sit there and acknowledge that. That's true. You know? You be fair to your children. You be consistent with your children. And you'll save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of heartaches. Because again, you know when you weren't those two, fair, and you know when you weren't consistent. That should bother you more. Because what's pushing you to do that is just integrity. Right? Right. But you can't do it, you can't do it. You know, it's human nature to feel, hell man, I wish I want to do a couple more things at Christmas, what you could do, this, that, and that. But I bust my ass to get them school clothes, this, that, and that. But you mad you didn't get the shoes, but I got you this? Right. Man, F you.
And that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right
F
there.
You.
Right.
And F everybody in the comment. Because I'm telling you something, man, when you get to this age, them kids start getting grown, and you done sat here and did all that kind of stuff, and you, man, I did this for him, I did that for him. Everybody keep it damn moving.
That's right.
Them all give a damn about that. Give a damn. Right. I had to learn that the hard way. Just trying to be that super parent and all that kind of stuff like that. Nobody give a shit.
Not at all.
Nobody give a shit. And parents, like I said, fair and consistent. As long as you do that, you can live with that. You can live with that. Now you sit there and say you don't want.
Is that my phone?
Nah, that's my other phone.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you can sit there and just say, you know, that hey, you know, I've done the best I could and really mean it.
Right.
Cause you know that. Like I said, I ain't gonna bug you unless you know that you have it.
Right.
But you have like shit. What gonna bother you is that when people sit there and just, totally blow it off. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've been through that. I went through that. That was my biggest thing, dog. I went through. And what stick with me is when you sit there and look at it, and I've seen it too many times with too many brothers. You have these conversations because when you go through stuff, your kids get older. That when people sometimes share stuff. Because when we get older, especially as parents, we'll get in like groups and we'll start reflecting. And that's because a lot of times we go through shit, we don't. And I don't, like I said, it's easy for me to say black folks. I don't know white folks because I ain't white.
Right.
But
exactly.
But we'll sit there a lot of times and keep stuff to ourselves. Like, damn, bro, you went through that too.
Right.
My son did that, or my daughter did that. Like, damn, bro. And life probably could have been a little less stressful if you probably had were able to say it. But we keeping stuff to ourselves and get us. And man, I'm gonna say this.
And that's that syndrome of I don't want everybody in my business.
Yeah, you don't want everybody in your business. And that's a good and bad thing because you open the door for what I just said, bad advice. With people saying some certain things. But one thing stuck with me, and I look back at it, if you do or don't do, people still gonna have something to say.
True.
Gonna have something to say. I went through something, I'm gonna tell you something. I know with my ex-in-laws, mother-in-law and my father-in-law, I can sit here and say something that always stuck with me. I know that the damn baby daddy didn't do nothing. Like a lot of people. Guys don't do nothing. And they don't say nothing. But you be sitting there fully engulfed doing stuff. Man, these folks will say all kind of stuff to you. But the guy that ain't doing that, nobody don't say nothing. And you'll
say
they
give them a pass.
Oh, give them a pass. They don't say nothing.
Right.
At all. And it'll cut you like a knife if you engage into it.
That's true.
So you go back to again. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't.
That's true.
But when we start again, we're talking tonight when your kids know everything. Parents, I just really want to have this conversation because as went through it with adult children and even still got younger ones, like, look, man, them two things just stick on. Be fair and be consistent.
True.
Do your best to do that. But that above and beyond stuff like that, hey, you got to sit there and say to yourself, like, look, I can give you this, I can do that, but, hey, man, whatever decision they make, that can be totally against that, what you done made, certain sacrifices. If you go ahead,
I'm sorry. I was going to say, do you weigh those out? Do you weigh those pros and cons of that? Like, if you, say they want to go their own path, and you like, all right, cool, you do you. I can't help you with that path. But do you think about it later on and be like, well, if he go that path, it might cost me a little bit more later on if I don't try to steer him again. Like, do you step in again or you just let it go?
Shit, no. Because, hell, they been done dug a damn hole. You can't do that.
Oh, okay.
What's more, listen. Damn that, I'll die for my kid. I die for the babies.
Right.
I ain't die for no damn grown-ass man doing some stupid shit.
Right.
Huh?
Right. Okay.
Not this one.
Well,
See, let me, like I say again. If you done sat there and you know you done put in work for your kid.
Right.
You know it. You ain't thinking like that. Like you saying shit. Hey, you empty nesting.
Right.
You chilling. My baby graduated in 6 years.
Uh-huh.
It's on and popping. It's on and popping.
You ain't gotta find no babysitter. You ain't gotta worry about
Hey, I'm looking at the movie scenes like the dude sitting out there on his little pool,
right.
got about 4 or 5 girls in bikinis. You want some wine? You want some grapes?
Right.
That's shit. I'm gonna be on that. Playing for life, baby. Just chilling. I got all of them out the house and all that stuff. No, because I know what I did.
Right.
But if you said that you been gone these years, you ain't did this, that's something you dealing with.
Right.
I know what I did. Right. I know what I did. I know what I did right, and I know what I did wrong. The things I done wrong, okay, cool. Like I said, I can try to correct it. But at the end of the day, the things I've done to impact you, to do that, I know I've done enough. Mm-hmm. When you have some kind of remorse, I understand that. Mm-hmm. But don't ever sit there and look at it like, get that confused what you didn't do and over the lip, and keep trying to do it. Because at the end of the day, you can't change what you did wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you might not put your kid on this team. I think it's a good place for him to go. You get there, your kid ain't playing. But you thought that was good and you had the best interest in mind. It will hurt you, but you're doing your heart that you still thinking their best interest.
As long as you are as long as you are doing what you think is in the best interest of the child and protecting them at the same time, what else can you do, right?
Yeah, you ain't finna be hanging no shit over my head.
Right.
Or you didn't do this, you didn't do that. F you.
Right.
F you. You got a long list of shit I didn't do. I ain't heard one damn thing I did do.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Love your children. Raise your children. Take care of them. But your child, when they grown, oh, no.
Right.
No. Now, again, if you didn't do that and all that kind of stuff, you want to fix it, how you fix it, I can't, that's on you how you want to do that. But even at some point, you got to sit here and say to yourself, like, look, man, I can't change the past. I can apologize. I can try to do certain things, say certain things. But, hey, look, man, shit, you grown now.
Right.
I'm not finna be sitting here with no damn adult trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about nothing that you put your child through and it was heinous. We talking about if you really know you done did your stuff, you been a good parent. You can say that. Man, come on now.
Right.
Come on now. They gonna make their own damn decisions. And you gotta be able to own it. Because, again, you had this stroke or you had this heart attack, they gonna keep it moving.
Right. That's true.
Did daddy have, did he got insurance? Oh, no, I want that car.
Right.
I want that house. And y'all had dead and gone.
They
and
through your stuff.
They burn through all your damn money.
Right.
They lose the house you left them. They did all this shit. You done spent all these years trying to build their legacy, and they lose the shit in a year. You know, all that kind of stuff, man. Damn that.
Right.
Damn that. You want to all make all this. And you know, you want to build a legacy. You know you ain't got legacy kids.
Not at all.
Yeah, not a damn all.
Your kids are not
Sell it all.
Your kids not legacy children.
I'm going to tell you how to make this money.
Right.
I be leaving all this shit. The one kid you got that you know going to take and appreciate it, leave it to him.
Okay.
The rest of them, wait, hey, look here. And have that conversation.
And he the one hated.
What the hell I'm going to give you shit for? Right. You know you ain't going to take care of it.
Right.
While we had this conversation, son, I already had it. You know, you didn't want to do it that way.
Right.
Own it. Own it.
Stand on it.
Stand on it. I can respect that.
Right.
I can respect that. Stand on it.
Right.
I ain't been do all the other stuff.
Right.
And that's why I want parents to really, pull from this conversation. We had nobody commenting then.
Nah, they listening, but they ain't commenting. Parenting is a tricky subject.
Shit. Man, not for me. Not for me.
Everybody want to be a super parent. Everybody want to be the super parent. That's just. I saw a video. Guy, the valedictorian of a school, and they were interviewing his mom. She was like, yeah, I kept him in sports, I kept him in community stuff, I kept him in the church, I kept him in, and I'm thinking to myself, if you kept him in all that stuff, what you do for you? Like,
and you do all that stuff, you're in control. And when they get to college, well, mom, dad, I don't like it up here.
Right.
Whoa. Remember Jada Pinkett said it all? When she had to go to such and such to get that money for school.
Uh-huh.
And that joke ain't even damn applied.
Right.
Squirka. And she didn't get all the money.
Right.
She said, I got a little son. I got to go back to him next week.
Right. And he decided he ain't going to college.
Boy, squirka. Damn. Shout out to all the mamas out there getting that tuition together. Listen,
right.
man. But listen, this is a good conversation, man. I'm glad to have it and everything. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure, again, you subscribe to Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly on the YouTube channel. If you, whatever platform you follow us, the main hub is the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. I appreciate our love and support. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about finance, business, entrepreneurship. Check that out as well, Mr. Short Dollar. And again, tonight, this is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Love you guys. Be safe out there. Take care and talk with you soon.